So for this speed option, guys, we're going to be able to run this 3 different ways. The first is going to be just the way you see it, where you're going to the weak side of the field, where the 3 wide receiver set is to the right, and you're going to be able just to go and take advantage of maybe an overload to the right-hand side. Typically speaking, if I see that they're in a defense alignment like this, I'm not going to take a chance on it because you can see that the linebackers are kind of shaded to the left. If you look basically where the linebacker is with the M over his head and the lineman and everybody to the left-hand side, they've got 5 guys basically to our 3 players plus our quarterback. So they kind of have numbers there. If they're in a situation where they're spreading their D-line, maybe spreading their linebacker, something like this, to where it's more symmetrical, yes, you've got a much better opportunity of running this to the side. That's why I like this in my audibles, because I like to use this when the timing is right and kind of call it when I see that the defense is in a vulnerable position. I don't run this as a spam play. This is Gun Trey Open. It's got a lot of running plays, pass plays that are successful, screens. You don't have to use this as your main offense. It's just something that you would like to run because it's fun and give them something to do. I'm talking maybe 5, 6, 7 times a game tops just to keep them off of their ability to know when it's coming, right? So something like this, you can see that we're going to run to the left-hand side. We're going to read the player with the P over his head. In order to toss it, you're going to press the LB button, which is, or the left bumper, which is the L1 in PS4. So we're going to run this, see that the guy is at me. I'm going to throw it to that player, and you're going to have some, that toss, right? This video that I'm going to do here as far as in practice mode isn't going to be a long one. I'm going to let you kind of see it when it comes to the actual gameplay of really how it is, because in practice mode, to me, I feel like it's harder, to be honest with you. In game, I feel like things slow down a little bit because you kind of know where the user is. It just seems like you can kind of read a player a little bit more. But see what you're doing. You're reading that player. He comes at you like this. See how I stay inside? I like to stay. I could have taken this up the field. See how there's that kind of like a hole in the middle? But I'm going to stay inside, force that guy to come to me. Once he kind of comes to me, I toss it, and you can see you can get a couple yards, right? It's not going to be something that you're going to be able to do over and over and over again because they will key on you, right? Now, say they do something like this where they're shifting people to the right and say, something like that. Obviously, this is something that as a defender, they don't feel like they're kind of out of the play here because most likely they're thinking that I've got 2 options. Either it's going to be a halfback counter to the left or halfback base to the right, inside zone. Everything seems to the right, right? So that's kind of how we look at it, and that's going to be something that's going to be beneficial to us. This time we're going to keep the ball with our quarterback, and we're going to be able to kind of run the ball. Now, I want to make sure this quarterback will stay in this running motion for a good while because he's always looking to basically toss the ball. Usually it's about 10 yards. See how he's just running like this? He's waiting. Once he hits the 10-yard mark, it's going to change from this this locomotion that he does into more of a running. You're going to see that in the highlights, okay? So let's look at the second way to run this. And now if you look at the defense, what I did was I put the nickel cornerback on the left-hand side. As a player, maybe I was out there running a pass play, and I see that the right side of the field is pretty vacant when it comes to a run play. Now, if I was doing inside zone, a lot of times what they're going to be able to do is kind of use their linebackers and their users, kind of plug up holes, and they can be okay with this, right? But if I run this type of play, all I have to do right here is just flip it so where the running back now goes to the right, because typically if I was going to do this, just reset right here, it's going left. But if I go ahead and right stick to the right and just basically playmaker it, you're going to see that this guy is going to be able to go there. He's going to go behind his quarterback, and we're going to have the same type of success. You can see here we're going to be able to get that ball, and we're going to have some good spots, right? And typically speaking, because we've got that 3 wide receiver set to the right, those guys are going to do a good job of just getting in somebody's way, right? So you can see that they went second level. This guy went inside. Those guys went that way. So when I hit this, I was able to get to the outside and really have the ability to get some good yards. So all I'm doing is scouring the field and saying, what can I get here, right? Now, say they're doing something like this where they've got the cornerback on the left-hand side, but they've got everybody else kind of going to the right, something like this. Well, what I would like to do here is get a motion player involved. It doesn't matter if it's your tight end sometimes. It could be your outside receiver. It doesn't matter. This time I'll do it with the tight end. I'll go to the left-hand side. I'm going to hike the ball here. You can see that we're going to have that ability to go over here. We're going to flick it out there, and we're going to get ourselves some good yards. You're just playing the numbers game in the box. I would definitely, in your mind, not ever call this play coming out of the huddle, because in my opinion, if you do that, what you're going to do is you're going to force it. If you read the defense, say, you know what, I've got some good numbers to the left, I got some good numbers to the right, whatever the case may be, then what you'll do from there is just take advantage of what you see. Now, there'll be times where it's going to be symmetrical. Maybe they're in a 3-4 odd. They're pressing, they're pinching their line, they're spreading their linebackers in a sense like that. Yes, go ahead and try it. A lot of times what's going to end up happening is it's always going to depend on, maybe your motioning of the player, how you get your user to not go the correct direction, whatever the case may be, to get some more yards. But all in all, what I try to do is I try to set this up with my pass game. Then I go ahead and make sure that after the pass game is set up and seeing what type of defenses they're doing, we're going to kind of have some fun with it. A lot of times when they do Crossfire Blitz, I'm able to kind of go to the right-hand side. If they do something where, say, this A guy is blitzing, and if I could just kind of put him over here, it's not going to work on this, but you can see what I mean. Say maybe I'll do it like this way. I'll flip these guys. And what I'm going to do is blitz this guy and move him to the right. Okay, something like that, right? Where they're doing this where they're coming with some type of crossfire blitz like that, right? Well, the thing is even if they are coming at you, they're taking themselves out of the play because they're coming into the middle, and you're going to have a lot of success that way, right? They come this way, you kind of flip it this way, and you're going to see that they're not going to be in your path. And a lot of times when somebody's doing a crossfire blitz, what really ends up happening is that the middle linebacker has a pretty good amount of distance to cover. And also a lot of times is that I like to keep them a little bit closer to the line of scrimmage, kind of in a hovering standpoint, just to get the attention of the lineman. So when you do that, they're not going to react right away. I was having a lot of success against Crossfire when running this play, and it's just going to be a lot of fun. Now, I just don't want to go into this back and forth and keep on running this back, because it's kind of self-explanatory. You just want to do it. I'm going to go ahead and make sure that we show you the highlights, so that way you kind of see how powerful it can be. Can't express enough. Make sure you don't force this. Make sure it comes natural and you kind of read your defense. But it's a lot of fun, guys. This part of Madden, it's about really finding something that makes you want to go back on the sticks. And the reason why I jumped into using this play a lot is I just got the Lamar Jackson in my salary cap team. Due to the turning in the Sean Taylor Master token. And I'm like, let's have some fun with this. I really like the Trey Open. We're teaching this, and typically speaking, I'm not much of a quarterback runner. I'm more of a, a passer, have some fun, air it out. But I'm having a lot of fun doing this, and I know you guys are too. Check out the highlights, and we'll catch you on the next video, guys. Thank you. want to say thank you for everybody that has watched this video all the way to the end. We do appreciate your support. If you got something useful out of this video, go ahead and hit that like button. It does really help us grow our channel. If you're new to our channel and haven't seen one of the videos that are on your screen right now, go ahead and check it out for some great Madden content, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button.